Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This time we're on Shoreline doing another scav run. This is one of the last ones of the scav running series of places to loot with limited risk. Now, here you're going to see that I spawned one of the places that I wanted to go, so it actually worked out really well. This spawn is what I call Scav Island. Like I said, I was planning on coming here anyway, so it worked out perfect. Anyways, as you can see, we have a Jaeger stash here, which is pretty bad this time, but normally it has good loot. You have another box back there, which I guess I failed to loot. I'll go back and grab it. Anyways, we have 2 med bags in this box. Pretty useful. There's a key spawn up here to the left on a table that I'm going to look at in just a second. Now, we don't have a backpack, so we're going to need one, so we will have to kill a scav. I could have kept redoing the series until I had a backpack, but I kind of wanted to do one without. I do have some clips at the end which will show you that I ran with the bag and the loot that I got. Both of them were at Swamp, but you'll see those videos or clips at the end. Now we're just finishing up this, some croutons there. I'll just loot these boxes, grab what I can, and move on. Now I have 2 options here. One, which I will show you, I went to Swamp and looted, and the other alternative is go to Lighthouse, which is generally what I would recommend. The problem with Swamp, it normally isn't looted, and you can get 2, I believe, of Jaeger stashes, but the problem that I find with it is you're so slow. If you get caught up in PvP, which happened to me the 2 times I ran it, both times I had really good loot, but I got into PvP. So I just kind of threw those out to the side. The one I extracted and the other one I did not. To be fair, the one that I didn't, I shouldn't have engaged. It was a guy that was really stacked, and I chose to take the fight instead of avoid him. I don't know what's going on here. If this doesn't clean up, then we'll do another one. I started having a really bad memory leak, which unfortunately happens in this game. So I guess as you can see, I just went ahead and skimmed through that just to make it a little bit more smooth. I believe it's fixed, hopefully. Anyways, to the right here, I should have looted a Jaeger stash. You could always get slicks or decent helmets out of the bastions and whatnot. That could have been quite useful. Now, I decided not to, simply because I don't have a backpack. My goal was maybe if I end up going back this way, which I probably won't, I could just get it. But anyways, it's back there if you want to know. It's by these rocks. I definitely recommend if you see a stash, loot them. They're almost always worth looting for the time that you put in, unlike some other things in this game, like duffel bags and whatnot, where there's a small chance of getting a paracord or a half-decent item. There's more likely you won't get an item. Or drawers, early game they're really good, but towards mid and late game, drawers almost become obsolete because there's just nothing really useful out of it. I mean, there's a couple things that you can get that are okay, but the time it takes to search a drawer isn't really worth it in my opinion. Now on these, can't think of the name. I want to call them lawn chairs, but that's definitely not the correct name. Maybe just call them beach chairs, I don't know. Anyways, here I'm at this stash. Keg tape is really good. Outside that, there wasn't anything of good value there. Once again, one of these, I know one of these 100% has a key that spawns. I'm pretty sure it's one of those back there. It's not a guaranteed chance, but now here's my option. I can kill this scav, which I'm going to check his backpack, see if he has anything good. Looks like a tea bag. And I debate on killing him here, but I do know that where I want to loot, which in my opinion is one of the better places to loot, a lot of times it's not looted. And you can definitely get decent loot from it. But lately I've been running it and people have been there, so I don't know if people have been going through it for the safes or what. Back there at that Jeep, and the back a key can spawn. I think it's the west wing in the resort, but Over here in this corner, you're going to see a scav. A lot of times this doesn't have anything extremely good, but it's just like a scav pocket, so you can pretty much get anything out of it. And that wasn't awful, but here I'm looking for the scav that spawns down here. There's generally anywhere between 1 to 3 that can spawn here. Hoping that I can get, I hear him. Hoping I can essentially get a better bag. He has no bag. So I probably shouldn't do this, but I really want to loot in here just in case I get decent loot. Just off with his head. Okay, so just grab what he has here. His rig's a bigger upgrade. It gives me a little bit more space. It's not a backpack, but we'll work on getting the backpack after we get out of this area. Now, I will say that this run isn't going to be as probably as good as it could be because I didn't get to start with the backpack. I missed that stash. There's a couple things that would have went a little bit different, like that cat, can't grab it. Limited space, but this does happen on Scav, so you know I'm going to record it simply because this could be exactly what happens to you. I mean, maybe you don't find a Scav that has a backpack, or maybe the Scavs are already dead and have all their backpacks have been looted. So it's definitely a more realistic measurement. I got a little bit choppy there. Hopefully that stays away. If it doesn't, I can skim through this again, see if I can salvage it. If not, like I said, I can just run another. Now, the cottages are pretty good to loot as well. They're generally decent traffic. And the last 2 times I scavved in, I missed my shot. The last 2 times I scavved in over there, Sanitar was there. So, well, Sanitar was there one time, the other time it was players. So it was interesting. I can come back for this tag. I always like to grab the dog tags because they're traded. But anyway, Sanitar was there the one time. The other time it was a player, so I just kind of crossed that off as probably best to avoid cottages. Unless, you don't have a backpack or you don't have a lot of loot and it's whatever, it's a scav run. Not worried about taking these, I'm going to fill it up anyway. Now, I could have grabbed that Ushanka. It's probably around 10-15k. I'm making sure there's no loot in here. There's actually, oddly enough, there's a box if you run through the fire, and I tried to do it twice now on a PMC. I've tried to run through it, and you can get almost all the way there, but you end up pretty much losing all of your HP. You can heal up, but I didn't have a surgical kit to restore my black limbs. So, but once you're about halfway through, you stop taking burn damage. There's like pretty much a safe spot in the middle, but I couldn't get to the box. Back in the day, there used to be I want to say there was a safe and there was a green gun crate, which I definitely saw the crate, but I just couldn't make it to it. Sniper spawns up there. Now, I remember that I killed a scav, so this game's kind of odd. Scavs will either attack you or they'll just don't even care that you exist. It's really weird, but I believe what it is there's a cooldown timer. So when you kill a scav, any scavs that are in the area now know that you're hostile. However, after so much time has elapsed, they become neutral again. I'm quite certain that's how it works, because I've had multiple times where I've ran into scavs after I've killed a scav, and they don't do anything. But the ones that saw me or witnessed the murder essentially want to kill me. Reasonably so. So that chair right there has a chance of a key spawn. Once again, I didn't get anything useful here. Nothing. This is normally it's an okay place. It used to, I felt like, have a lot better loot. It could have been that someone looted it, but all these doors were shut, so that's an indication it probably wasn't. The 2 toolbox, one down there where I looted when I first came in. There's one up top here. There's also a key to, I believe it's called power station key. Inside there is actually extremely underrated. You can get a lot of attachments, scopes, suppressors. Every time I've went in there, I've gotten at least 1 scope, a lot of times 2, or a scope and a suppressor. And most of the time, I'd say almost every suppressor in this game is worth over 10k, and almost every scope in this game is worth 25 up. Now here I'm starting to have frame issues again. I thought there was a toolbox in one of those. I must have, wait, I don't know, lost my mind because I could have sworn there was, but so I'm just going to run up here. This is the next area. Now this becomes a little bit more dangerous, but my extract is up here, so I'm going to go up this way. There are generally 2 to 3 scavs up here. As the most I've seen is 4 before. I think 4 spawn is really rare though. I don't believe there can spawn anything more than that. There is a Jaeger stash up here. Just up here to the right. Gonna go inside first. I want to make sure that it's clear because I don't want to be looting and have a player there or a scav player and get shot in the back. So I hear one coming in, that's fine. There's one. I always kind of zoom in to make sure. And there's one here. There's drawers in there, there's a cash drawer. There's another one and another one. Okay, this is... Okay, I think this is player maybe? Maybe not. And he knows if he kills me, he has 3 scavs that he's going to have to kill. Okay, well, someone just looted that. Wait, is he the one? One of these guys is hella sus. The imposter is among us. I just don't know which one it is. I mean, that gun looks more like something you'd spawn in with. I don't know. This is weird. But there's 2 out here now. Alright, one of these is definitely an imposter. So my options are I loot and don't care and get shot potentially in the back. Or he's at the stash. This has to be him. So the next few minutes I literally sit here and follow these guys, try to figure out which one's the player scav and which one is an actual scav. They may have all been scavs, it just seemed really fishy. But this is why I'm fast forwarding it. I tried to catch him a few times, see if I can figure out which one it was. I ended up not being able to figure it out. I left, started searching this. And then you hear the breach. So one of them's definitely here. It's just odd. Could have been even that one back there that was kind of just sitting there staring and watching. I skimmed up until I started doing the next looted area, which is here. So one of the only reasons why I came up this way, and I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing it unless your extract is up here, and that's why I'm here. My extracts are at resort, unfortunately. This is obviously the highest trafficked area, mainly because of red card spawn, which is worth 40 something mil, maybe even 50 now. And there's a med bag. You can loot a violet card back there. You're gonna run up here and we're going to pretty much extract. There's a LEDX that can spawn. I believe it's on that table there in front when we go down, but it wasn't there. That's pretty normal. It's low chance of spawning. I could have went up top into the office areas. There's a bunch of computers and various other items on top of the red key card spawn. Anyways, here's the other clips that I had, or not clips, but pictures that I had of the other raids that I ran into. Where both were at Swamp. Also, there's a previous video here, which I will put right up here for you, and that is featuring Woods. On that video, there's currently a giveaway that will end roughly a week from when I posted that video. If you want to leave a comment on that video, you're automatically entered into the giveaway. At the end of the giveaway, I will go ahead and pick someone's name and they will win a free Steam game. If you want to be notified next time I post a video, just hit that subscribe button and the notification as well. And next time I post a video, you'll be notified. Go ahead and leave me a comment if you have any questions or concerns or want to see anything particular. I'll be more than happy to do so. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.